guys, it's M. Chahaya Moon, and today we're going to talk about a new book that I've been reading for a while. I didn't want to talk about it immediately because I wanted to see where it was going to go, but it's called The Trial of Yellow Dragon. Now, this one is all in color, very beautiful, very good characters, but it gets a little complicated. Basically, we have our main character who takes care of his sister and her daughter. Well, he unfortunately was not paying attention where he was going, and he was hit by a truck, and we see him in the hospital, and that's the last time we see him. Then we see him in this alternate world. I say that because they really don't specify where it exactly is. It's kind of like how in Inuyasha, Kagome went down the old well and she popped up in feudal Japan. It's kind of like that, but instead, when he pops up, he is now being told that he is the new emperor of this land. And of course, in his mind, all he wants to do is get back home. And they basically tell him that he has to go speak to Yellow Dragon. And this is what I loved about Yellow Dragon. They never told you if Yellow Dragon was a male or a female. They just said you have to go speak to Yellow Dragon. I think they might have said he, but they said Yellow Dragon is the only one that can help you. They might have said that. So then he goes into this cave. And you see this young person. They're so young, it's hard to tell if it's a boy or a girl. And what makes it even more hard is that their face is covered. So you can't see who they are or what they look like. And basically the person is telling them, or telling our friend, is that he has to drink this special kind of, I don't know, it was an alcohol or something. It was something special that he had to drink to be able to communicate with Yellow Dragon. And if he did this, the walls to where Yellow Dragon is kept would open up to him and he would be able to get access to that area. Well, he does this and he does meet Yellow Dragon. And Yellow Dragon, as many of us would have imagined, is a man. He's tall, he's got long white hair, and he's got like these two red painted marks on him. Kind of like Shishomaru, but not really. They're more or less to his eyes, and that's it. He's got gold eyes, and he's kind of very mysterious to where he says to the kid, I can send you back home, but you must give me your life force. Now, I know what everyone's thinking. Oh, my God, he's going to kill himself, or he's going to let this guy kill him so he can go back home. No. Now, the kid agreed to this without thinking it through. The life force is physical. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I'm keeping it vague because of YouTube's new algorithm. So I'm keeping it very vague about that. But that's where it entitles to. So then, not only has he agreed to this, but now he is an emperor to this big state that he is now in. So he, this kid from the modern times is being thrown back to God knows what era. They don't really specify. There's all the Chinese spirit animals, and they're all different kinds of genders and people. The funniest one that I saw was the rooster, and I'm thinking, oh, the rooster's going to be a guy. No, it's a girl. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's a rooster. Usually it's a guy. But they've got all these wonderful characters. And what makes this book interesting is you can't tell if you're coming or going. And what I mean by that, there are times where I thought the kid was back in his time. Oops, I'm sorry, the goat. I didn't mean to boop your nose. He didn't know if he was back in his own time. He meets this, he's back with his sister. He's back with his niece. His niece introduces him to this nice little cafe where, lo and behold, there is a guy that looks just like Yellow Dragon. Well, after you read chapters, you kind of start figuring out that this is not real. It's, quote, whenever he's in this realm, somebody will say to him, it's time to wake up. So it's very interesting. The one part I want to talk about Yellow Dragon's room. Yes, Yellow Dragon has a room. However, in this room, there is one massive circle. And in that circle sits the bed. The bed takes up almost the entirety of this, like, circle. The rest of this room is all engulfed in water, because that's where Yellow Dragon sleeps. He sleeps in the water. He doesn't necessarily sleep in the bed. And I know some people are saying, well, you keep calling him Yellow Dragon. Well, that's his name. He's literally called Yellow Dragon. The other thing that's interesting is Yellow Dragon actually can transform into a massive dragon that is gold and black. It's very beautiful. The art style is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, guys, which makes this better, these are done by the same people who did Bloodlink. So if you loved Bloodlink, you're gonna love this one. It's really good. There are some action scenes where the boy convinces Yellow Dragon to kind of go out and see the world, and he's never done that. He's never left, his little safe space. So there's that. There's just so much going on. There's this evil woman. I forgot what they called her. I think they called her Red Lotus or something. But she's evil for, I don't know. I think she wants to take over some. I kind of skipped over a lot of her dialogue because it was like that traditional, like, I'm evil for the sake of being evil. But, he's got to govern over all of this. And there was a point where he was sick of just sitting. So he wanted to learn things. He wanted to learn how to sword fight. He wanted to learn how to, shoot bow and arrows. He wanted to learn things. And for an emperor to do that, especially depending on where you're talking about in history, which I want to say this might have been China or Japan. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm not a historian when it comes to that, but I want to say that he's definitely back in a certain time, but it's hard to say. They don't give a year, they give nothing. So it's almost like this universe where you can decide, where exactly are they. And I don't want to reveal too much, but Yellow Dragon, during some of the chapters, which I will put a link in the description. I don't know why I said it so late in the video, but there is a part where Yellow Dragon did drop a bombshell both on us, the readers, and the kid. I'm not going to reveal what that bombshell is because I want people to actually go and read it. I've got some other books that I'm going to be reading. I got nothing right now except for the Tale of Yellow Dragon, which is funny because I was actually not calling it by its right name. I think there was another video where I said I was going to talk about it and I called it The Trial of Yellow Dragon. Well, that ain't true. You guys know I'm dyslexic. I can't read very well, so I just had to redo it on Google Translate to make sure I was saying it right, because that's sometimes what I have to do for a lot of them. I'm actually tired. I don't know why I'm tired. Technically, I would still be at work at this point. You are not going to put your tail around that. So that's pretty much all I can say. There's another book I am reading. It's called Cover Up. I'm going to probably do a video about that on my feelings on it. I definitely think it's worth a read. There's some other ones I've been reading, but they're not getting enough updates, so I'm not too sure I want to put out a video about it, especially if they're not doing a lot of updates, because, I want you guys to go and read it, and you guys to have your own take on it, but if the books are so short, you're going to lose interest in it, and if they're really slow on their updates, you're going to lose interest in it, and that's just not what you want to do. But somebody's getting ready to shed pretty soon, so that's why he's being a little camera shy, because you know he's always about up in the camera. But I'm seeing my runtime, guys, so I'm gonna cut it short with you. I will say this: I am planning to go to Vegas pretty soon, after the new year. I've got my friend coming over. He likes to do PS4. He's also on YouTube. I'll try to get the name of his channel and I'll put it up on mine. But he's bringing over the VR headset, so I'm gonna get locked in VR. No, you guys aren't gonna see it because all it would be is just me reacting, and I don't think you guys really want to see it. If you do want to see that, put it in the comments and say, yeah, we want to see you in VR, and I'll tell them, hey, it's tallied up. I don't care if it's just 3 people saying it. We'll do it then, all right? All right, this is Epchai Moondragon, and as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye-bye!